So in the airplane, we met a fellow passenger who was also traveling to Maldives actually. That was his final destination. So yeah, we hit off a conversation about each other's plan. So he was also traveling to Maldives for the first time. So apparently his friend has had planned a destination wedding over there. So it sounded very exciting. So we discussed about that. There were some friends coming from other places as well. So he was telling me about his plans and stuff, and then yeah, I talked about my plan, and then I told him that yeah, our final destination is Canada. So yeah, so he was working in like a hotel management company. So and then he had plans to visit Canada as well. He had been places in Europe, Middle East, and stuff. So yeah, it was an interesting conversation, surrounding his profession and my profession. So it was a good time. Um, and then as we so very quickly, right? So this airline flies very low. I mean, compared to other international flights, like long haul flights usually fly very high, right? So, but this flight, it was around 2 to 3 hours in total, and it was flying fairly low. Like you could see the landscape, you know, down. So very quickly, like in an hour or so, we were almost close to the coastline of India. So and it was clearly visible the coastline, right, and then which separates the ocean. So that's exactly where the plane was flying over, and the coastline was very beautiful. And from then on, it was all ocean, and it's not like you just see some blue stuff at the bottom, but literally you could see the water and the color changing as we used to cover more and more distance. And then it was a very beautiful sight, right? So I never saw this before in any of my previous journeys, so it was a wonderful experience for me. And then as we moved closer and closer to the destination, the island started getting visible, and it was again a very beautiful sight from above, watching these islands and different what do you call landscapes and water bodies. It was good. I really liked that. And then while the plane started to descend for the landing procedure, I was expecting to see the runway, somewhere close to the descent, but apparently it was not visible from where I was sitting or the route that the plane selected. But yeah, the runway was very short. It's all islands over there, so the runway started near the water and then it ends near the water. So you don't really have much room after you land. So you really need to be very precise. So once the plane landed and then it took a turn, then you saw, right, the runway ended over there. So I mean ended near the place where there was water beyond that. So it was fun. The landing was really fun. I mean, I have taken few videos. It's very fun. Like I haven't seen such a landing before, so for me it was a very special experience. So yeah, and then we landed, and since we had the wheelchair, it was very well organized. So the guy took us directly through immigration. Like it was very fast. I mean, they didn't even have a conversation with us. They just said like, give this document, that document, that's it. And then they stamped a 90-day stay permit, not a permit but a stamp on the passport. And then we reached straight to the baggage claim on the belt, and that was also fairly quick. And Yeah, everything finished in like 10 15 minutes, right from the time that we got off the plane. It was 10 15 minutes at the arrival area. But the arrival area was really small, so we didn't expect an international arrival to be so small. But yeah, that's what it was, so it's okay. And outside, we were told that there will be somebody standing there with the hotel name, and we need to go and talk to them, and then they'll take us to the hotel. But there was nobody standing there, so our wheelchair guy asked somebody to call the hotel, and fairly quickly they reached the spot. So the hotel was a 3 to 5 minutes drive from the airport. So there was a small minibus which came at the to the airport, and we were the only ones for pickup at that time. So they helped with the baggage, and yeah, we got into the bus and we were in the hotel like in 5 to 10 minutes. So that was the whole journey from Bangalore to Maldives. So there was absolutely no issues with any of the processes, like the immigration at both the sides, India and Maldives, documentation, wheelchair, food. Okay, I mean it was a 3 hour, 3.5 hours journey, so you cannot really complain about the food. It was okay, and even the flight experience, very clean, neat, and hygienic. Service was also good. So overall, it was a good experience. Yeah, that's about it. And in the next video, I'll talk about our time in Maldives.